mean, on AI, I mean, I think, none of us know yet exactly what the potential is going to be. It's still a very developing technology, potentially very exciting, potentially very risky as well. But when I look at, the last 30 years, we've seen the arrival of the internet, which has had a phenomenal impact on all of our working lives, and changed huge amounts about the way society operates. Hasn't really changed either the underlying growth rate or the amount public services has cost. In fact, public services cost a lot more than they did 30 years ago. Why would AI be different? What is it about AI that I can see how it might make us more productive, how it might make us better at things, health treatments, the ability to set, good homeworks for a teacher. But how is it actually going to save money and boost growth when the internet didn't really?
Yeah. Well, look, the internet enabled us to communicate with one another better, and that created many more opportunities, and it did make us more productive when it comes to the act of communicating. But that also does mean that most jobs now are just emails in different guises. I think the difference with artificial intelligence is the I bit of it, the intelligence. And we heard this from Demis Hassabis, the founder of Google DeepMind, that we are on the cusp of creating intelligence. And so that is going to allow us not just to automate existing tasks that are being done and that the internet enabled us to do, but actually it's going to allow us to embark or accelerate scientific discovery in a way that we just haven't been able to do before. So you take clinical trials as an example. What used to take years, decades when it came to drug discovery really genuinely can now be compressed down into days and months because of artificial intelligence. When we get to artificial general intelligence, where we have an equivalent to human intelligence in machine form that is in our command, we are going to be able to do multiple acts and discoveries simultaneously and in parallel. And it can be mind-blowing, but I think it's got to be commandeered by government. It's got to be harnessed by government. And those concerns that you mentioned, Sam, they are real. But the second point, which is a very British thing, is that when you look at the league tables, if you like, around artificial intelligence, some of the metrics, for example, our universities, the investment, number of companies we've got, Britain comes third, but we're third behind the USA and China. So it's a real strength for us as well that we've got already. That, again, with government focus and it being at the heart of a new industrial strategy, will allow us to unlock so many more opportunities in this country. But we are at risk of losing that, not least in what I've said about the universities. They are at-risk institutions, but what they've been able to do, even underfunded and with constraints and one arm tied behind the back when it comes to research, is remarkable. So we've got real strength in this country on AI that we need to embrace and unlock. And Google DeepMind, Demis Hassabis, they're a great example of what can happen. You can have a big company that genuinely can add percentage points to your GDP, and we've seen that in Denmark with Novo Nordisk and the weight loss drugs. There's no reason why we can't have more of that here in this country, but it does need concerted effort from government.